Kia ora koutou. My name's Esther. I'm the educator at the Suter Art Gallery in Nelson, and I'm here today to lead you in a fun art activity that you can do at home with whoever you're in your bubble with. So let's get started. Today we're going to think about holidays and trips and other special times we've had with our friends and our family before lockdown. Right now we're spending quite a lot of time inside just doing things around home, and that's a really good time for us to have a look at, to remember, and also to have a look at some of the photos we've got at home. Maybe we've got them on our devices, maybe they're on social media, or maybe you've even got a few prints of photos. So we're going to have a look at those today, and we're going to use them to create an artwork. Rita Angus was a really well-known New Zealand artist from the 20th century. During World War II, Rita and her friends came to Nelson as essential workers. They went to pick apples at the Riverside community. This was a very special time in New Zealand's history, quite similar to the period at the moment when we have COVID-19. The whole country was involved in working together just to keep things running. This painting, The Apple Pickers, is in the Suter's collection. Rita made this painting to help her to remember this very special time. Right, time to make our art now. First thing we need to do is we need to find a photo that we like. So I'm just going to get out my box of photos. Let me go down here. Now I've got some old photos in a box, but you guys might have your photos on your computer or even on social media. So wherever you've got your photos, have a look at what you've got. This is a very old one of me and my brothers in the park. So just look through them, see what you can see. And it's a really special thing looking through these old photos because they help us to remember special times. And I want us to choose one that we think will remember a very special time, but also one that'll make a good picture when we do it. We're going to use different coloured papers to fill in different sections of the artwork that we've done. So we've got the rock section at the bottom, we've got the sky, and I've got the mountains and the reflection of the mountains, the lake, and a little bit of kind of beach there. So I've got some various sorts of papers that I've found. Got some wrapping papers, some old pieces of wrapping paper. I just chose a whole lot. I'm not sure what exactly I'm going to use, but I just got some. I cut them all down to the same shape as my picture, just to make it a bit easier for myself. Like this one. So these are all recycled wrapping paper from old birthdays. Here's a piece of coloured paper. If you've got coloured paper, that's a cool thing you can use for one of the layers. I really like the brown paper that you get in the bags that you get delivered from the supermarket. So if you've got some brown wrapping paper bags, I cut that out of one of those bags. found this is a really cool thing I found, which is a piece of handmade paper that I've had lying around for ages, which I might use for the rock section, don't know. And then, as well as that, I decided I'd use some magazine pictures too, just to get some of the colour areas, so they're not going to look like the whole photo. So I found this free magazine that I had at home. You can use any magazine you like, and I just cut out some sections of some of them. So I thought this has got a nice little blue area at the top, so if I just use that little section up there, that might be quite good for the lake. I was just wondering about some of this dark area here for the sky. A bit more lake, maybe this will be, maybe this section here would be good for the rocks. So I just found some little areas. I'm not sure which ones I'll use. Again, I've got the sky. I'm not sure whether I can use that green area there for anything. Yeah, that might be, that looks a wee bit like tusky area that could be good near my lake beach. So I've just got a few of these. So the whole picture doesn't need to be good, but they just need to have little areas that might suit. This one's really good. Like this area at the top of it might be quite good. There's maybe this area up there could be useful. Again, that area might be good for my front. So I'm going to experiment a little bit with this. The very first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut along the top line of our area. So hopefully your picture will have different layers. So we're going to start with the top layer, and I'm just going to cut the sky out, and I'll show you what happens when you do that. So just very carefully cutting along my mountain ranges. I keep thinking every single one of these mountains is a special mountain with a name that someone might know. So I'm being quite careful cutting the right shapes out along here when I do it. Going down. It's a really nice thing to make this picture out of from a photo that was such a special occasion, such a very long time ago. It's nice to think about it. Angus and me, my brother and I were little. My mother was quite a lot younger. There we go. So we've got this line along the top here. So I'll just briefly show you. See that line along the top there? So I can decide what's going to be the sky. That would make a really wacky sky, wouldn't it? There's another blue one. Okay, so it doesn't have to be entirely realistic. I'm thinking more about colours actually. So I've got all sorts of different choices here. So you can go ahead and get started cutting away the top line now. So now you should have all your layers all organised. So your background, what's in front of your background, you've got your whole scene, everything that comes forward to the front. We haven't glued them together yet, but we've just worked out where they go, and there's a few little bits and pieces we're going to fix up, and we can actually change some of the bits if we don't like them too. So that's what I'm going to do next. So I've got my background all sorted out and I'm pretty happy with that. I think it looks really great, and I've made that all out of recycled paper that I've just found around the house. Now it's time to put my people in the picture. This is the original drawing I did when I was making my plan, my little people, and this is the time where you can get out your crayons or your colouring in pencils if you've got them, or felt pens or paints or whatever you want. But actually I was thinking about that, but when I looked at mine I thought it looked really nice just as a pencil drawing on that background, so I'm going to leave it like that. I might go over it later on and add a little just add some more lights and darks and add some more details, but at the moment I think I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm just going to take that off, get my glue. You can use any sort of glue you've got. I'm going to just use a glue stick because I've got a glue stick. Just carefully, when you're gluing things on, it's really important to glue all over it, right to the edges, so you don't get loose bits. It's a funny thing to say, I know, but it just makes a huge difference. Then when you press it on, it goes on flat. So I'm going to work out exactly where I want my people to go. Smooth this over a wee bit now. So I want my mum just sitting on the top of the rock there, I think. Maybe, yeah, that looks just about here actually. I want my mum sitting about here, on there. We can probably, yeah, there we go. We can probably move it around a little bit. Now, I just want to tell you why I like the pencil drawing, why I didn't want to put any felt pen on it. Can you see how all that white paper on there really stands out? So that's contrasts really well, and I think that if I put colour on it or something, it might not stand out quite as well as it does with the white like that. So I really like it like that. So that's me. I might go over it a wee bit later. Now I just need to find a nice place around the house to put my beautiful picture up, and every time I look at it I can remember that time where I went with my mum and my dad and my brother Angus to Mount Cook when I was just very little. So it's a nice memory for me. Don't forget, I'd love to see your art, so take a photo of it and email it to me at the Suitor, or messenger me with your photo. And until next week, ka kite anō.